Today I'm in Mayfair in central London. This is the most exclusive part of London. And the reason why I'm here is to go to this place behind me, the Grosvenor House Hotel. Now the afternoon tea here is very special. Firstly, it's themed on one of the most famous British authors of all time, so we'll talk about that once we get inside. And secondly, it has an amazing scone course. There is something very special about the scones, and I'm very excited because if you've been following these videos, you'll know I absolutely love the scones. It's my favourite part of any afternoon tea. So let's head inside Grosvenor House and see what this afternoon tea is like. So here we are inside the Grosvenor House Hotel in the park room, and this is the menu, and it's very posh. If the cameraman just does a quick spin round, you can see that this place really is quite palatial, quite nice, very upmarket, very British, very traditional. It's got nice panelling on the wall behind me here. You can see, yeah, it's a good start. It's a good feel. I'm feeling pretty good about this tea. Now here's the menu itself. It's leather bound. It's quite upmarket, it's quite posh. Now I mentioned outside that this tea was related to a very special British author, and that author is Beatrix Potter. So we've got a special Beatrix Potter afternoon tea. Now Beatrix Potter, if you're not familiar with the name, wrote children's books, and she was born 160 years ago. That's why this hotel is having a commemorative afternoon tea to celebrate her 160th birthday. She's not alive anymore, obviously, but she wrote books. She's most famous for her Peter Rabbit book. So The Tale of Peter Rabbit is probably her single most famous book. But she actually wrote 23 different novels, all based on different types of animals. And this tea today celebrates some of them. Now, there's, as well as the menu itself, which we'll have a look at in a second, there's a special Beatrix Potter part of it, which we'll also have a look at. So here you can have standard tea. We won't go through the details. We'll talk about it when they turn up. But you can also get a vegan version and a children's version and a vegetarian version. So lots of different options depending on what you want. And there are lots of different teas in here, which I absolutely love. We'll pick out the teas. You can have as many teas as you want. You can have coffee, you can have hot chocolate. So we're going to have all of those. And then the reason why this is a special tea is that the desserts, I won't spoil it, but you can have a sneak preview here. The desserts are themed after a lot of the different books and characters. So we'll have a look at those when they come as well. So I'm super excited about this place. The pianist has just turned up. You might be able to hear that. So we've got a live pianist playing. So it's all the different ingredients that you want for a perfect afternoon tea. Live music, brilliant surroundings, a bit of a theming, and ultimate refills. So the guy said to us we can refill whatever we like. So I am very, very excited. Got my usual tap water. It's looking pretty good. Some people have asked me about the crockery. So we've got matching teacup. It's a big teacup as well. I'm looking forward to getting my tea in that. And the plate. And just on the look on the back, this is special Grosvenor House commemorative plates. And it's made by William Edwards, which I think is a prominent maker of this sort of thing. Got my little pastry fork as well. So I'm all set. I'm raring to go. I can't wait. I'll see you when the food arrives. Now, before we've even started with the actual food, we've got a special Beatrix Potter themed amuse-bouche. Now, it's in the special little menu here. It's this thing in the top corner. I'll read it out to you. So it's called A Love Letter to the English Countryside. And this is an English sparkling wine granita inspired by British countryside portrayed in Beatrix Potter's beloved tales, because all of the animal tales are all set in the countryside because she was sort of an environmentalist and conservationist. So this is basically English sparkling wine mixed in with pear, so the fruit pear. So quite excited. Comes in an amazing crystal dish. Got a tiny little spoon here. I have to say, I've never had this before, so I'm really quite excited. And it feels a bit like a sorbet, just dipping into it, so it's sort of frozen. This is what it looks like. Feels and looks really quite upmarket. I'm very excited. Wow. It is like a pear sorbet, so it's got a really strong pear flavour, but the sparkling wine just lifts it, gives it that sort of element of slight fizz. It's really tasty. It sort of feels like something you'd have between courses to cleanse the palate, or maybe just before you're about to have a coffee. It's absolutely delicious. That is brilliant. And it's sort of granular as well. It doesn't just feel like it's been frozen. It's almost got little chunks of pear in there. Really good, really fantastic. What a great start. The pianist playing, brilliant setting. Haven't even had any of the real food yet, and it started off so well. So I'll see you when the sandwiches arrive. My tea has now arrived, and it comes in this rather excellent little teapot. Now it's tea leaves, so you have to use a strainer. And I've gone for the Special House Blend, and I thought I'd just read it out to you. It's the Grosvenor House Blend, a malty blend of black teas from India's Himalayan foothills of Darjeeling and the lowlands of Assam, a rich chestnut cup with a muscated aroma, original and inspiring. This is what it looks like. It's quite dark. I'm quite excited because Darjeeling and Assam are two of my favourite teas, so this has got both of them in there. It's so good, so smooth. Oh, it's just really good on the palate. No bitter aftertaste whatsoever. That's going to go really well with my finger sandwiches once they arrive. So I have to say, so far, I'm super impressed with this afternoon tea, and I haven't had any real food yet. So see you when the food arrives. The food has now arrived. Well, the savoury course has now arrived. It comes in this really nice tiered presentation. You want to just spin round a little bit, cameraman, get that all in. So we've got 3 different tiers here, 2 sets of sandwiches, one for me, one for the cameraman, and then we've got a couple of open sandwiches at the top, which is really quite special. So let's go through these one by one. So why don't we start with these special open sandwiches? So this really is quite a feast because we've got 5 sandwiches, finger sandwiches, plus 2 of these. And as you can see, these are pretty substantial, they're pretty big. Now this one, this is, let me have a look at the menu, but it is quite special because I don't think I've ever had prawn and smoked salmon together on an afternoon tea before. So we have a quick look at the menu. It is Foreman's smoked Scottish salmon, cream cheese, and we've got this prawn as well. And this is on a sort of a brioche bun, but look at the size of that, it's absolutely huge. Quite sure where to start. I think I'll start on the prawn side and then make my way over to the salmon side after that. And the salmon is cut into a really sort of nice rose shape, so really very high level of presentation here. And you can see the caviar, little bits of black caviar in there. So as expensive as it gets, I say. Wow, that's a really, really tasty prawn. Very big, really succulent, super fresh, didn't taste at all of any sort of fishiness. And there's a huge amount of cream cheese at the bottom here. You can see the caviar and the shape of the salmon a bit better now that I've eaten the prawn. There's a large amount of salmon here. This is probably the most salmon that I've had on any afternoon tea. And this isn't even starting on the sandwiches yet. So let me have a bit of that and the caviar. It's absolutely delicious, really fantastic. I don't know whether you've had smoked salmon, but the best smoked salmon, the freshest smoked salmon, doesn't taste fishy. It's just got that very nice, slight smoky flavour to it. Very soft and succulent. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. That was excellent. Okay, let's move on to the second of these special open sandwiches. Now, there's a bit of lettuce on the top. I'll take that off just for decoration. Now, we've got 2 different parts here. There's a quail's egg on one side, so you can see quail's egg, usually very small, but that's been boiled, so that's very nice. I'll just check what the other part of it is in the menu. It is egg mayonnaise. So I've got egg with egg here, 2 different types of egg. I'm just going to bite straight through that both eat. actually works really well. So the boiled egg tastes like a mini boiled egg, but the egg mayonnaise got a bit more flavour to it. Quite a nice texture combination, good flavour. The brioche it's sitting on, absolutely delicious, really soft. So I'm feeling quite full, and I've only had half of the 2 open sandwiches. Now here we go, we've got 5 finger sandwiches here, which is in itself is quite a lot. And we've already got these 2 open sandwiches as well. So I'm going to start at this end and make my way over to the cucumber one. So I'll start off with this beef with horseradish. So have a look, it's got a decent amount of fillings on a white bread, very light. Doesn't feel like it's going to be too filling, which is good because you want to save a bit of space for the scones and the pastries a bit later. That's really good roast beef, really tasty. It's been well done, and you can't taste any of the horseradish until after you've finished eating. It's just that slight aftertaste, which is just what you want, because if it's too strong, if it's too thick, it can get a bit spicy and a bit overpowering. It's a really well balanced sandwich, really impressed with that. Now next one, English ham with mustard mayonnaise. Again, good ratio of filling to bread, very light bread. This is also on a white bread, same as the previous one. That ham is so delicate, and you don't even have to bite it. You can just break through it. The mustard mayonnaise, quite light, not too mustardy, more like a mayonnaise. That's a good sandwich, quite nice. I think I prefer the beef one to the ham one so far, but fine margins. Now, there's something that you don't get on an afternoon tea very often, a prawn sandwich. So let me tell you from the official write-up exactly what it says. So I'll give you the full details of it. It is North Atlantic cold water prawns with a classic Marie Rose sauce. And I think Mary Rose sauce is basically like mayonnaise with ketchup in it, but that's what it looks like. And the filling here is huge. It's more filling than bread. Feels quite a lot weightier than the other sandwiches. Oh, it's really good, really tasty. Not a hint of fishiness at all in those prawns. Just a really delicate Mary Rose sauce. That's really nice. And the granary bread is actually lighter than the white bread, even though it feels a bit heavier. But very subtle flavour to it. Okay, only 2 left, although I haven't eaten all of the sandwiches. Obviously, I'm just firing through them. Now, this is chicken with tarragon, and you can see the amount of filling here, a lot more filling than bread, so quite excited about this one. I do like a chicken sandwich. Quite often you get the coronation chicken, which is the curried version. Not here, we've gone for tarragon. Let me just double check that menu, it's so tasty. So it says smoked oakum chicken, tarragon mayonnaise. The smoked chicken does make a big difference. That's adding a lot of flavour to it. It's almost like a barbecue flavour, which is great because sometimes if you just get a standard chicken sandwich, it can be a bit boring. There's just no taste to it. That's got so much flavour, and it's got lingering aftertaste, really nice. Okay, the final one is my cucumber sandwich. I'm going to read up what it actually says about it, because I always like to know what they've done to the cucumber. Cucumber and garden mint. So that's quite promising, because I do like a bit of mint. That's what it looks like. Let's see what it tastes like. That's really nice. The cucumber's been sliced super thin, like really thin, but it's still got the crunch to it. But the mint gives it a lot more flavour than you get in just a standard cucumber sandwich, so that's elevated it to a different level. So that's all 7 of the savouries. That is a lot. I think that's probably the most that I've had at any afternoon tea, 7. Usually you get 4 or 5. You might get 1 of these special extras. We got 2 special extras and they were very special today. All of the finger sandwiches were delicious. I'm going to finish mine off. Cameraman's going to start theirs, and we'll see you for the special scone course. And you're going to love what's coming with these scones, so keep watching. So we're just waiting for the scones to arrive, but as you can see, the sandwiches have magically refilled themselves. I said that it's unlimited refills here. Now you don't get the special sandwiches, the prawn and the salmon and the egg ones, but that's fine because I'm quite full anyway. But we've got 5 finger sandwiches and they're going to box them up for us to take home. So if you're coming to these sort of teas, and they do have a refill, so always ask at the beginning of your tea, is anything refillable? And if they say yes, the sandwiches, or yes, everything, then I would suggest ordering another round of everything and then asking them to box them up. And basically you get a whole afternoon tea for free to take home and give to one of your friends or your family, or even somebody homeless on the way to the tube station if you're that way inclined. So just a nice little tip to do. Definitely worth it. Quite pleased with these. See you when the scones come. So the special scone course, as well as all of the desserts, have now arrived. Now, I'm going to talk about the desserts later in the video, so ignore them even though they look incredible. But the reason why this scone course is so exciting and different to all of the other afternoon teas that I've ever been to is that you get a huge selection of jam. But it's not just jam. This is all homemade preserves made here at this hotel. So normally when you come, you get to choose one each. So if there's 2 of you, you get one each. And they've got all the different flavours, but we asked really nicely. We asked if we could have more than one each, if we could have a selection, and very kindly they've given us the full selection, which is really kind of them. So I'm very happy, and thank you to our server, Cycle. So we've got here blackcurrant jam, raspberry jam, strawberry jam. Now, just check the other ones. I think it's gooseberry and raspberry, but let me just check because it is on the menu, the different jams. I want to make sure I'm telling you the right ones. So we've got rhubarb and ginger and gooseberry. So I'm really very, very excited. Now, let's have a look at these scones. They are unbelievable. They are the biggest scones that I've ever seen. They are absolutely huge. I would say they're probably double the size of a normal scone. Absolutely huge, maybe even more than double. And we've got 1 fruit scone and 1 standard scone each. And just in case you're wondering, we've also got a clotted cream, which also looks really, really good. So needless to say, I am very, very excited. I don't know where to start really. Let me start with one of these huge scones. So this is the standard scone. Now that has broken beautifully, absolutely perfect. Good 50-50 split, really hard on the outside, nice and soft on the inside, so high expectations that these are going to be good scones. Now, I've only got 3 spoons, so I'm going to have to work out what to do here. Now, I'm going to go with the jam first and the cream second. It doesn't really matter, you can do it whichever way round you like. You can put the cream on first and use it like butter, put the jam on the top. But I prefer, as a little bit of extra special, to put the jam on first and then just put a little slither of cream on the top. So let me just decant some of this blackcurrant jam. We've got some more tea coming in. Actually ordered a wild cherry tea, so I'm looking forward to this. This preserve looks absolutely brilliant, really deep, rich colour, really thick. And I'm going to take some of this cream off. On here. Thank you very much. Okay, let's put a good amount of this cream on. Fantastic, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Right, bombs away. That scone's really good. The jam is incredible, really powerful flavour, really intense blackcurrant flavour, and the cream's so light you hardly notice it's there, but it's delicious. So blackcurrant jam, big tick for that one. Let's move on to the raspberry jam. This is the first time I've had more than 2 jams, I think, in any of the afternoon teas that I've been to. Just have some of this cream on there as well. See if the raspberry's as good as the blackcurrant. It is, it's delicious, really powerful flavour, as would the blackcurrant, superb. Strawberry, let's go for the strawberry. The strawberry looks a little bit more pureed than the others. Still looks really good though. Oh, these jams, fantastic. I've run out of spoons, I'm going to have to find more spoons. Okay. Good bit of cream on there. Strawberry jam's nice as well. I think out of the three so far, the blackcurrant was my favourite, then the raspberry, then the strawberry. Okay, let's try this one. Now, I don't even know which is which here, but see if I can work it out from the flavour. This looks like it might be rhubarb to me because it's got a few strands in there. Let's see. A bit more of this cream on there. It's quite a delicate flavour, that one. I think it's a rhubarb, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to try the other one and then I'll tell you. I'll circle back after I've had this one. You can see how big these scones are. That I've managed to put 6 different types of jam on here and haven't had any overlap. So absolutely brilliant. And that's only 1/2 of one scone. And I've got a whole other scone to go after this one. That's definitely the gooseberry. Wow, that's really nice. Oh, it's really fruity, a little bit sharp. If you've ever had gooseberry, it tends to be a little bit sharp. Really tasty. Oh, I like that one. That's really unusual. I love it when you get one of the unusual jams that's not just the standard flavours. So, of these 5 jams, what's my favourite? I think the blackcurrant's probably my favourite, then the gooseberry, then the raspberry, then the strawberry, and then the rhubarb's my least favourite, but I thought 5 jams, it's just incredible. The scone's amazing, it's huge. I've still got a whole other scone to get through. We're going to have to order some more jam and cream, I think. The cameraman hasn't had any yet, but is about to dive in. So overall, this has been an amazing scone course. I was excited before I came, and it's absolutely knocked it out of the park. So I'm going to have some of my wild cherry tea, is what it looks like. Quite nice. See if it tastes of cherries. Whoa, whoa, it does. So it's similar to the black tea that I had, except it's got this overriding cherry flavour. Really tasty, actually. If you've never experimented with teas or tried them, you should just go through the menu and pick out ones that you think look interesting. This is one that was recommended to us by our server. I have to say, he's done a good job. It goes really well with these jams. So we're going to crack on with this, and then we'll see you for these amazing cakes in a minute. Okay, it's now time for the desserts, and as you can see, they are absolutely amazing. This one is the premium dessert. Now, this is called the Nested Surprise, and that's actually to do with a lot of the Beatrix Potter novels where there's sort of nesting. It's all about animals and babies and nests and eggs. And this one says, crack open white chocolate egg revealing malted milk panna cotta egg white and marmalade yolk, resting in a nest of crisp Catifa orange and spun honey, a tribute to Jemima Puddle Duck's secret nest. So we're now going to get our server to cut this open. Let's have a look at what this is like. I'm quite excited. You ready, cameraman? Make sure you get a good shot of this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Ooh. Wow, look at that. So it's basically like a real egg. And this is obviously all dessert. So white chocolate, it looks fantastic. We're gonna have to eat some of that. Thank you very much.
This one also about nest is the katapi, is the orange and honey.
Wow.
It's edible as well.
That's edible as well. Fantastic. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Right, I'm gonna have to have some of that because it looks amazing. I love the theatre, I love the theming, the fact that it's linked to not the most obvious of Beatrix Potter novels. So the 23 different books that she wrote about all different animals. This is Jemima Puddle Duck. Let me just take this half of my egg over onto, I'll have half of this nest as well, so I can cut that. There we go. That's what that looks like. Now, I'm gonna pick it up. I think it's probably easier to pick it up, so I'm gonna take a big bite of this. Really looking forward to it. It's a really nice dessert. So the white chocolate, the blue egg, even though it's blue, it's white chocolate. And then you've got this flavoured, sort of the white part of the egg. It's like a soft mousse. And then we've got the orangey honey part in the middle. That's absolutely delicious. Let's have a little bite of the nest as well. First class, really good. It's like a very light honey sugar lattice. Well, it's really delicious, really, really excited about that. Now, put that to one side. Look at these desserts. And I've talked about this before, that if you come somewhere and the desserts are something that you think you can make at home, it's a bit disappointing. I can tell you, I can't make any of these desserts at home. They are all incredible. It's the illusion cakes that look like something. You know, they've been designed to look like things from Beatrix Potter novels. So let's go round them one by one. I'm going to start off with this big one at the back here. Now this is called Tom Kitten's Tangle, and it says, a nod to the mischievous kitten whose antics leave him in a tangle. This dessert features a delicate ball of yarn crafted from a white chocolate shell concealing layers of elderflower mousse and white strawberry compote. So that's the write-up. And Tom Kitten is one of the famous characters from the Beatrix Potter novels. He's that mischievous kitten who he gets caught by the farmer in the novel, and he gets away from the farmer, but he gets a kink in his tail. He gets he gets boshed, and so his tail after that constantly had a little bit of a kink in it. So that's the theme, and the motto of that story was, you know, don't be naughty or there'll be consequences to pay. Well, anyway, I'm going to be naughty and cut this in half. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, it looks absolutely brilliant. So you can just zoom in on that. You can see the lovely part in the centre. I'm really looking forward to this. It's very delicately made. It's excellent workmanship by whoever's made this cake. So it's quite soft, quite tricky. I'm going to have to scoop it up, I think, with my fork. Quite tricky to pick up. I'll just have the soft bit first, and then after with the biscuit. That's excellent, so light, really strong flavour in the middle, the elderflower centre, but just light, just dissolves in your mouth. It's like it was never even there. It's a really excellent cake, looks good, tastes good, it's quite big as well. Okay, let's work our way around the plate. So this one that looks like a giant nut is Squirrel Nutkin's Harvest. And the write-up says, in homage to the autumn harvest of nuts, gathered on Owl Island, where Squirrel Nutkin's mischief led him into trouble. A parsnip-spiced cake with mascarpone cream and lemon curd, finished with a chocolate stalk. So Squirrel Nutkin, he's another one of the famous characters from Beatrix Potter. He was the naughty squirrel who didn't want to do any work. So all the squirrels in Beatrix Potter's novels are red squirrels because they're indigenous to the UK. They've been overtaken by grey squirrels in the last 50 years or so, but back in Beatrix Potter time, when she was writing her novels 140 years ago, it was all red squirrels. So he was the naughty squirrel who didn't want to do any work. He didn't want to go around collecting nuts. He wanted to just have fun. This is paying tribute to him. Let's see what it looks like when we cut it down the middle. Oh, it's quite tricky to cut because it's very, very delicate. You can see how soft it is. It looks great. Let me just scoop that half up if I can. Oh, quite tricky to pick up. Very light, very delicate flavour. Looked amazing. It's gone, it just disappears. Oh, it's got a light nutty taste afterwards. So good flavour to it as well. I like that, it's good. Okay, let's come on to this one. Let's see if I can see what this one's called. So this is Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle's laundry service. Inspired by billowing layers of Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle's freshly washed laundry, this 3-tier cake features lavender sponge, blackcurrant jam and white chocolate cream adorned with a miniature chocolate iron. So that's what that is on the top. It's an iron from Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle, and she is a hedgehog. So apparently Beatrix Potter had a pet hedgehog when she was younger, and so she's basing it a bit on that. So that's why there's an iron on here. She was the washing lady from all of the Beatrix Potter novels. Let's see what this tastes like. So look at the cross section, you can see the different layers in that cake. Very light, very delicate, got a nice piece of icing on the top, binds it all together. Delicious, really good. And look, quite fun, and I like the story around it. Okay, the last one is Mr. McGregor's Garden. Taken from Mr. McGregor's Garden, an Earl Grey chocolate mousse with raspberry preserve hidden beneath chocolate soil, crowned with Peter Rabbit's meringue radish. So, Mr. McGregor, that's the garden that Peter Rabbit does all of his mischief in. That's where he's running around. Mr. McGregor's always chasing Peter Rabbit, trying to find him because he's stealing his radishes. All of those sort of things, all very light-hearted and good fun. I like this, it looks great. Let's see what it tastes like. I'll take the meringue off because that's going to shatter if I try and cut that. Okay, so there's the cross section. You can see the soil at the top, and then we've got the chocolate, and then a bit more chocolate at the base. I'll just cut that in half because it's quite big. It tastes very much of cherry, a bit like a Black Forest Gatto, that sort of thing, that type of flavour. Really tasty, really delicious. Look great, tasted great. I'll have a little bit of the meringue as well, just to see what that's like, the radish. Quite like it, looks fun. Nice. So, what an amazing set of desserts that we've just had. Started with the incredible egg, and then all these amazing illusion cakes. They all looked fantastic. They tasted great as well. I've made a bit of a mess of the table, but couldn't really help it because these things just shatter when you're eating them, but absolutely brilliant. We're going to finish up here. Cameraman's going to have theirs, and I'll see you at the end for the wrap up and the bill. Oh, just before you go, I got myself another tea. I got a white tea. So white tea, something that I have quite a lot of the teas. This is at the other end of the spectrum from the black tea, so it's much younger in terms of the leaves. It's been brewing for a little bit, so it's a bit darker than it usually is. Sometimes it's very clear. It's quite light. See what it tastes like. Oh, it's nice, really good. If you've not had a white tea, I'll definitely recommend trying it out. So I'm going to finish this tea. We're going to wrap up with these desserts. I'll see you at the end for the scores. Well, just before we get onto the bill, it's the cameraman's birthday today, and you can see that we've been given an amazing slice of Victoria sponge. Now, Victoria sponge relates to Queen Victoria. This is a classic British dessert, very light sponge with jam and cream. You can see there's a huge amount of cream and a really nicely written happy birthday. So, cameraman, do you want to blow that candle out? Oh, you have to blow a bit harder.
Victoria sponge cake.
Very good. So, fantastic. Victoria sponge, fantastic. So we're going to have some of this, and we'll see you at the end for the bill and the wrap up. So here we are at the end of the meal here at the Grosvenor House Hotel, and I've got some hot chocolate. It comes in a teapot, so you can pour your own chocolate out. Quite a nice little touch. Really thick. It does look like molten chocolate. A little taste of that. Not that I need any more sugar after everything I've had, but why not? Ooh, that is good. It does taste like, if you've ever been to Paris and you have the hot chocolate there where it's literally like molten chocolate, it's like that. It's really good. And as I said earlier, if you ask your server nicely, you can have tea or coffee or chocolate, many different ones as you want. So they've been really generous with us today, gave us all the different jams, lots of different drinks. So here we are at the end of the meal. Let's do a quick wrap up and then I'll give you my score. So in terms of how much this cost, well, if you just walk in and want your afternoon tea, the list price is £75, which is actually not the most expensive. Today in London, if you're going to places like the Ritz or Claridge's, you're going to pay £95, so £75 relatively is pretty cheap. Still expensive, obviously, £150 for two people. However, I've got a bit of a hack for you, a little bit of a tip, because if you go online, you might be able to get a deal here. So I went online yesterday for this afternoon tea. I knew that I wanted to come here, and I found an offer through buyagift.com, which I think is owned by Moonpig in the UK, and it was offering a 15% discount. So I bought this for, it would have been £150, I got it for £127.50. So that works out to roughly about £65 each, £64 each. So pretty good value compared to what it would have been. Also, if you're paying the list price, you'd have to pay service charge, but there's no service charge if you pay in advance. So that saved us another 15%. So it would have cost probably somewhere around £180, got it for £127.50. So that's a little tip if you are coming here. So what was the food like, and what was my thoughts on the score? I'll have to say, the environment here is perfect. This is the sort of place that you want to come to for afternoon tea. It feels very luxurious, very upmarket, similar to the sort of feel that you get when you go to Claridge's or the Ritz. So it's got that 5-star premium atmosphere about it. We had the pianist on earlier. That was really nice, added a nice bit of atmosphere to the meal. But what about the food? Well, we started off with the amuse-bouche. That was brilliant. Never had that before. Paired with English sparkling champagne, basically. We then had the savoury course. We had 5 different sandwiches, all of which were really tasty, plus the 2 open sandwiches, the amazing prawn and smoked salmon, and then the quail egg with the egg mayonnaise, really good, and lots of food. We then had the scones, which were probably the highlight of the whole meal. The scones themselves, brilliant, massive, really well done, hard on the outside, soft in it, perfect scones. And we had 5 different types of jam. I think I mentioned 6 earlier. We only got 5. I'm not complaining. 5 is a lot of jam. And they were all really tasty, all made on site, all packed a punch. Really enjoyed those. The cream was good too. And then the desserts, the Beatrix Potter desserts, which all had a different story to them, all had a bit of theming. Illusion cakes, they looked brilliant. They tasted fantastic. The highlight was the big egg that was cut in half that actually looked like an egg inside. Incredible, really outstanding. The teas have been amazing. Everything here has been fantastic. The service out of this world. So what's my score for this Beatrix Potter tea at the Grosvenor House? It's got to be a 10 out of 10. There's no question about it. This is as good as it gets in terms of afternoon tea, and the price compared to some of the other ones, it's good value compared to what you pay at some of the more expensive places. So that's my overall review. If you've liked what I've said, then please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, but also maybe hit that hype button if you can see it alongside the thumbs up. That just boosts this video a little bit, does me a favour. And thank you very much for watching all the way through to the end, and I'll see you again on the next tea.